What's going on YouTube? Chris back with another video. Today we're going to be checking out the follow-up to my original video regarding the Amazfit Bip. This is the Bip S. Now the Bip was a fantastic smartwatch, more like a fitness tracker that had some smartwatch features. Fantastic for the price. It was extremely affordable and performed extremely well. I'll leave that link down right here or down in the description if you so wish to check out that original one. So this is the follow-up, the Bip S. There's been some improvements in terms of performance. Pretty much everything in terms of design has stayed the same. We have the white version here. They do have other colors. They have black. They have that kind of burnt orange red color variant that I checked out with the original Bip. And so we're going to check out the white one. So some of the features this includes is Bluetooth 5.0, which is a step up. This does include a 200 milliamp hour battery. It has some improvements in terms of the sensors for heart rate monitoring. It has 50 feet water resistance, and of course has built-in GPS. You have notifications on your wrist. So let's get right into it. Now this was sent to me from Amazfit. Now I will still provide my full honest review and feedback. This is just an initial unboxing and setup of it and first look. So packaging. So in terms of the packaging, the presentation has definitely gotten a step up improvement, which is nice to see. You have the watch front and center. And let's go ahead and get that out real quick. It's actually quite snug fit in there. Take a look inside the box. So you still get the actual cradle, which I had some kind of complaints with the initial version in terms of just how it fit inside the actual cradle. It looks like they've made some modifications to that here. This time it has a nice satisfying click and it sits right in there. The other one was more kind of like a pressure friction that you had to really push the watch into it. This has a nice satisfying click and seems for sure that it's charging. It still uses a two-prong charging system on the underside of the watch. Still uses normal type A charging, no worries there. Now this is under $100. There might, depending on when you watch this, there might be sales going on. You'll have just a quick start guide. So in the past, I've used the Xiaomi Mi Fit app. Now I've heard and read recently that they've moved over Amazfit at least over to a new app. So I'll check that out to see which one you actually have to use, but we'll see. So like I mentioned, the form factor has pretty much stayed the same. It's still a polycarbonate plastic build. I had no issues with the original version in terms of durability, scratches, anything like that in terms of cracks. This is right here a 20 millimeter silicone band, nice and flexible. I'll have to see if there's been any improvements. The original version over time, the strap got loose underneath this little clip here. So the silicone strap did kind of change adjustment pretty easily over time. Another difference here is this button has changed. They've added a little bit of color there. It's nice to see. You still have your screen. This is protected by Gorilla Glass, I believe 2 on the front. At the bottom you have your heart rate monitor sensor there. And the bands are still just as easily interchangeable using this little clip system. So you can change out the bands if you so wish. So again, this is the white. This definitely is more like a gray, a very light gray color. Because if you compare the two, there's white. This is more of an off-white gray color. So a little bummed there. So if you do expect a pure white color, you can now rest assured what you're actually going to be getting. So let's go ahead and power this up and we'll see if there's some juice. If not, we might have to come back and charge it. Vibration quickly let me know that it turned on. So we're going to go ahead and get that app installed. Like I said, I'm going to try the Mi Fit app, and then we'll also try the Zep app, as they say, formerly Amazfit. This just changed this past week. So we're going to try either one of them. In the previous Amazfit Bip video, I was using the Xiaomi Mi Fit app, just FYI. All right, so I installed the Mi Fit app, and it does look like it does not support the Bip S, as you can see here, Bip and Bip Lite. So you are going to have to use the Zep app, just to confirm that for you all. So it looks like you are going to have to set up a whole new account, actually sign in with third party. Hey, there we go. That's what I like to see. You can use any form of these logins. I'm going to use my Mi account, my Xiaomi account, just because that is something I've already have set up. All right, so we're in. Easy allows, if you do have your password saved, to autofill, which is great. You have to unfortunately agree to policies, device location access while using the app, contacts, so that way it could send notifications, media files, probably so that way you could transfer data, updates, that sort of thing. Now the design of the app is far different from the Mi Fit, but this isn't a review of the Zep app. This is a first look of the actual Bip S. So in that case, let's go ahead and add device. You can see a list of devices here. We're going to select watch. Got it. Only this time. Watch with QR code. Boom, just like that, simple connection. Now, if your phone doesn't have Bluetooth 5.0, no worries. It will be backwards compatible with the watch, so you don't need to worry there. This will work on iOS as well as Android, because this is not an Android Wear specific watch or anything like that. This is compatible with a lot of devices. Again, this is a fitness tracker with some smartwatch features, and we'll get into some of those features here in just a little bit, and also take a look at the actual review in the coming weeks after I use this. Confirm pairing. Vibration feels quite nice, actually. All right, so there's our time. Activate new device. You've paired. Let's go ahead and activate before activating. Yes, we don't have a previous paired watch connected at the moment. So it looks like it's activating. I'm not sure why it's activating, but it might be working on updates. So we'll be right back. All right, so after several minutes of doing some updates to the device, we are finally now into the app and the watch itself. So let's go ahead and focus on the watch here. So the button on the side activates the screen, kind of waking it up, making it brighter, and allows you to kind of really interface with the actual watch itself. So you have your swiping up and swiping down to get to your notifications. I'm not sure why this is in a different language. It looks to be in Spanish, even though my language on my phone is obviously English. Let's go ahead and take a quick gander. Aha, watch language. Sure. Okay, and setting language. We should see that pop over in just a second. There you go. We now have English language, something I can actually read. Okay, so back to where we were. So we press the home button. That can also, I say home button, the side button, the main button that there is, allows you to, if you're swiping through these various options, you press it, it takes you back to your watch face. Swiping down gives you kind of quick toggles in terms of brightness mode, looking like a night mode, or auto brightness it looks like. Here we can adjust the brightness of the actual screen, which the brightness of the screen looks to be much improved over the original Bip, and the color, I've noticed there's a lot more color to this display than previously. So here, that's a quick toggle to get to your audio, this bottom right one. So here you can control your songs, which I don't recall that being in the original Bip, which is nice. You can also increase, decrease the audio. Here's your step counter. Looks like your distance and how much you've traveled, your calorie count, and the length of the session. Here, enable automatic heart rate detection first, so that way you can check your heart rate looks like. Wear the watch to distance one finger away from the carpal and keep still. So basically this is telling you how to check your heart rate. So let's go ahead and actually, now that we're at that point, put this on. Now I don't have large wrists, so this watch fits quite well. It's not bulky at all, and it is extremely light, keeping with the whole theme of the Bip. And that's something I enjoyed. This silicone band seems to be much more flexible. There's no break-in period compared to like the first one. The first one was pretty stiff. This is actually a lot softer from what I remember. So there we are. It's a lot thinner, maybe about the same thickness, maybe a tad thinner than the Fossil Sport that I've been rocking for the past 8 months or so. This is going to replace that for a period of time till I can get my full review to you all. And let's go ahead and take a look at some other settings here. Watch face settings. So just like the original Bip, you can change the watch face. I might have to check out some other custom watch faces. It seems to be there's a lot more options now compared to originally, which is actually nice to see. So these, yeah, I mean, this is nice. It has much more flexibility depending on your aesthetic taste that you like. Let's go ahead and just select something. Let's go with this guy right here. Sync watch face. It is very Apple-like in terms of what that watch face looks like, in my opinion. And there we are. This is a TFT screen, so it's not AMOLED, it's not LCD, and that's how we can get the great, fantastic battery life. So the screen technology hasn't really changed over from the original Bip, but you are going to get probably around 40 days of battery life on just one charge on this Bip S, and that's something that I enjoyed around when I took a look at the original Bip. So on lock screen, you can have when this watch or when the Bip S is paired to your phone, you can have it unlock your phone automatically. Notifications regarding incoming calls, no difference there. Event reminders, watch alarm, idle alerts, so that way if you're sitting a long period of time, it'll alert you to get up and stretch, walk around. That's nice, especially if you work in an office setting. Incoming notifications, SMS. Band location on the left wrist. Run in the background. You probably want to enable that way that's proper syncing of notifications, things like that. Shortcut settings. You do need to allow the Zep app to get access to your notifications. That way you'll receive notifications on the watch. We'll go back real quick. And here you can organize what different apps. So we go back home. So there's 2 button presses. Here, music was the first one right there. So if we, here you can reorganize by long pressing and moving through the actual options. So you can see that there. You can organize however you want depending on what your wants are at that point. So we can see real quick right now, there is the active heart rate monitoring, 94 beats per minute. And you can see there, then it gives kind of a scale, it looks like. The weather, back to the home screen. So if you press it once, you can now scroll real quick to alarms, the workout, PAI, that I'm still trying to figure out what that is. There's a compass, because there is GPS built in. You can use this to actually track your location during workouts, runs, and the like. long press on the button will actually give you option to quick start an activity exercise. So long press on this, and then we can do outdoor running, for example. You can find your device. Okay. So if you lose your phone, you can use your watch to find your phone. So that's a nice little feature. So overall, not too shabby. Swipe left to get to your weather, it looks like. And I can already kind of feel a slight warmth on the underside from probably it kind of updating more than likely, checking my heart rate. Yeah, so far it seems quite nice, very familiar to the previous Bip. So if you use the original version, you'll feel right at home. There were a couple updates, firmware updates as well, GPS updates, so expect that to take a couple minutes. Now in the actual app, here we can see you have your step count up there, you have your PAI, which your PAI score based on how much you elevate your heart rate. So it seems to be like a points kind of game for you to try to get like a goal, so to speak. So here 100 PAI is the ultimate goal to aim for. So it's their own little kind of earning these points to reach a goal. That's up to you if you like that or not. That I'm not really worried about. The sleeping collection in terms of tracking your sleep monitoring, how deep, REM sleep, different sleep cycles, if you get up during the middle of the night, all that can also be tracked because the battery life is going to be 40 days. Even if you have heart rate monitoring on, you'll be able to track your sleep consistently for that period of time, which is going to be nice. So I'll be interested to kind of see that information once again now that my kind of life habits and things like that have changed from a couple years ago when I checked out the original Bip. But here you can see various weights, data looks like that's collected. I'm not sure how all this is calculated. I'm not sure if it's maybe something that's entered manually. Seems like a lot of features have been added into this Zep app, and would be interested to kind of experience this some more over the next couple days. I'll probably do my full review in about 2 weeks or so, depending on if there's any firmware updates, any bug fixes that I might experience. But I requested the white one so that way I can actually see how this white silicone band holds up in terms of dirt or discoloration. That way I can at least let you all know, and as well as with this plastic polycarbonate frame of the watch. If you guys have any questions on the Amazfit Bip, let me know down in the comments below, and stay tuned for my full review. And if you do have any questions or curiosities of what you want me to check out with my full review, let me know so that way I can be sure to answer those questions in my next video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video.